Oh, there we are. Okay, that took a minute. Hey, everybody, Heather Coleman here. Um, Thought we would do sort of a semi-spontaneous three card here. These cards will bring us through a little over a week, so until approximately or so, not this next weekend, this coming, but the next weekend, give or take. Um, and I thought we'd switch things up a little bit and do things a little more spontaneously here. So I'm going to be drawing the cards on video. It's been a while since we've had one of these, so um, I often get questions such as, "How do you know a card is right?" um, every psychic has their own way, so I like to share with you my process and see if maybe you'll pick up something helpful from that. Um, Two decks. First deck here is the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine, and what'll happen is, as I'm opening up the deck, as I just did, I took the top off and then I grabbed this nice, wonderfully written guidebook. Um, I felt into the cards and I felt like, one, I'm going to need to keep the suits separate, which is how I like to keep my tarot decks. I don't mix them all up. There's 78 cards. I just like to have each suit. So since I keep my tarot suits separate, what I will try to do is feel into which suit or suits is going to carry a card with the right messages for us right now. And the intentions I'm also setting are, where would we find a card or cards that are going to give us the absolute best message or messages right now? They're going to help us to achieve our highest good, highest ultimate path on this earthly journey. And the answer I'm getting from that is that we have two suits today: the suit of Earth or Pentacles and the suit of Cups or Chalices. So that's an interesting mix. And what I'm doing is separating those two suits out right now. I know you probably can't see that. Um, the suit of Earth or Pentacles is going to concern our practical, the material, your home, your finances, your car, anything practical that you do with your hands, such as gardening. Those sorts of topics and concerns tend to come up in the suit of Earth. And then the suit of Cups or Chalices concerns emotions and relationships and how we are showing up emotionally for both ourselves and others. So what I've done is I put those, actually I'll go ahead and show you those two suits aside, and I will return to those. And then the third card is going to come from a deck that my understanding is sadly is no longer in print, but I absolutely love this deck. It's called Angel Therapy Oracle by author Doreen Virtue, who is no longer writing these types of um, books and card decks. However, I still absolutely love this deck. One thing I really love about it is the image. And you can't make this stuff up. The card that we're drawn to for today is right on the bottom. Again, can't believe it. I just completed filming a series of videos where we really worked specifically with, these were two of the chakras we looked at, because we didn't really focus on every chakra real heavily, but these two really came up. Couldn't make this stuff up if we tried. Sacral and solar plexus. But the card that we're really going to be focusing on in our reading is going to be solar plexus chakra. So we'll talk about that more after we select the other two cards. So I'm going to go to the suit of water, cups, chalices here. Now, what'll often happen when I do this is, what's been happening for me lately is I will get an intuitive hit, like I'll hear it in my head and I'll feel it in my hands. I'll hear a number from either side. And right now what I'm getting is that we're three cards from my left here. So I've drawn this card. It in fact is the Two of Cups. We're going to talk more about that in just a moment or so. And the same thing is happening when I have a series of cards. I will either get a number in my mind of where I'm going to count from to get the right card, or in this case what I'm getting is where it's located. It's in the very center here of this pile. So what I'm going to do is set the other cards aside. Now I've got four cards in my hand. I can visually see which one it's going to be. It's this one. Sometimes what'll happen for me is I'll have a little trouble distinguishing which card, so I'll remove the other two cards and then I'll feel under my hand which card feels the warmest, and it is this one, which confirms what I was getting, and I just felt a little here, so I was like, okay, which one? It's this one. Okay, so, and that is actually the King of Earth, which is very interesting when we look at the other two cards that we have. So what we're going to do is look at these three cards together. So it's a little different this particular week. This wants to keep jumping out of my hands. There must be a reason for that. It must have a strong message. So we'll honor that. Now we've got solar plexus chakra, we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got the King of Earth. So let's talk about the meanings of each of these. Our solar plexus chakra is associated with our sense of purpose, our self-confidence, and our drive, ambition, focus, achievement, those sorts of things. So I thought how interesting that we've also got the King of Earth, which this card is often concerned with our accomplishments, our self-possession, our self-discipline, our drive, and leadership and achievement. So when we have an upright card, which we do this week, we're talking about a time when you have the Midas touch. Whatever you decide to do is going to be successful for you. So really cool that we've got this with that solar plexus chakra. Good thing to do during this time period is to focus on opening that solar plexus chakra to help us have the confidence and the drive and the mental clarity to pursue those opportunities. Now, one way, there's many ways, one way to open that solar plexus chakra is to place one or both hands between the belly button and the chest and visualize that round yellowish chakra opening and beautiful light from the angels flowing in to you. Also a good practice to envision that solar plexus disc on your back on the same spot, that middle back, because chakras are front and back. Now okay, so it turns out it's reversed. Very interesting. Didn't realize that till I picked it up and I was like, oh, the card's reversed. The Two of Cups. So young love, blah, 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 blah. A lot of my readings are so blunt. You know, when we're over 35, romantic relationships are nothing like they were. Since this is reversed, I'm going to explain where I'm drawn and why. Now, in the upright, which is, I can't read upside down, I don't know about you, there's a sentence here that says, don't give up on people you love. Oh, the card's reversed. Darn it all. So, oh man. If you're in a romantic relationship, even if you still hold love in your heart, but if the relationship is no longer satisfying, give up. Self-love. A lot of times when we still are concerned about a person, we feel compassion. But that solar plexus chakra is going to give us the confidence and the assertiveness to say, I do need to put myself first. If this is where you are, you need to end a relationship. It could be romantic. Maybe it's with an employer. Maybe not. Maybe it's with just something you do, a place you go, a group of people. Maybe the self-loving thing is to end that relationship or just take some steps back. So again, when we look at the reversal meaning of don't give up on people you love, maybe it's not giving up to create boundaries, but maybe you are giving up the idea of having a certain type of relationship with someone you love because maybe they're not capable of being what you need and being who you need. So, you know, men, generally speaking, although not always, throughout history have had an easier time doing that, maybe, arguably. Compassionate, that's the key. So if you're going to break bad news to someone, be compassionate about it. Compassion for yourself, compassion for the other person. So looking at our King of Earth here, let's look into this card a little bit more. Grounding. So focus on grounding as things are going to be changing this week for you. Changes, developments, ground yourself. You are ready for the opportunities that are going to be coming your way. And again, I like how that really pairs well with our solar plexus chakra. I'm going to read you the message on this card. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. I really hope that these messages resonate with you. And finally, oh, Amy, hi there. How are you? I just saw your comment for some reason. Um, One more message on this card. There's this song popping up in my head about Cupid, and it makes me chuckle because the person singing is saying, Cupid, you're kind of stupid. Sometimes we just don't realize that Cupid is still there. Cupid is still there. So that's why this card comes up a second time. It's a separate read on this card as an upright. Okay, so just see where you're drawn. Earlier, we had this message that it may be time to pull back or give up on a relationship. If you're 100% sure that does not apply to you, focus on this second message with the upright version of this card. Cupid can seem a little stupid. But sometimes, it may be that one or both of us in a relationship are just having trouble perceiving Cupid. Maybe Cupid is there, but those two are so caught up in whatever they're doing that they don't even realize Cupid's right there. So sometimes that's what's really going on. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Oh, let me see. Oh, you are so welcome, Amy. I'm so glad this is resonating with you. Everybody, have a safe, warm, and enjoyable holiday season. We will be back on Sunday. Let me take a quick peek so I can give you the correct date. We're going to get back into a little more regular routine here. It'll be Sunday the 24th, Christmas Eve. We will have a video. Have a great night, everyone. Have a blessed holiday season.